Hello everyone. I'm going to get right to it. I wanted to share with you some cards that I'm doing. This is all alcohol ink, and then of course little gold pen, metallic pen, and I wrote the word joy in this one. Put several little Christmas trees all around, all different colors, and then here's one that we did, just a single tree. And I've done lots of others, but they're already in envelopes, and some of them people have already gotten. So, but I wanted to also share with you watercolor, and we can do some watercolors down the road as well. So lots of fun, just having some fun on a sketch pad. And all the artwork, I do photograph it, including all of the cards. That way I can use my image for future prints or to create future cards. So I enjoy doing that. But anyway, here's a couple of the cards. This is what we're going to be doing today. And this is the card, the paper that we're using. I got it at a thrift store for 75 cents. It was unopened, of course, and I don't even know how many's in here. But anyway, there's several. So they're 4x6, and a lot of people I don't think are using this paper anymore to print their photos from. So I've been noticing there's a lot of this photo paper going around. So I've been snatching it up when I find it, like at yard sales and things like that. So what I do is I have a paper cutter, and I cut the card down. I found these at a little store called Second Chances in Soldotna. And you can put a photo in here. It slips right in through the top. So I have to cut my card down. It holds 4x6s, but it's really tight. So I still trim the edges. So when I do my paintings, I try to leave a little bit on the edge. I didn't leave a whole lot on this one. This probably won't go in a card. It'll just go in an envelope by itself. But this one here, this probably won't go in here either because the tree's too long. But I've been doing that, slipping that down, writing a sweet little greeting for some encouragement notes that I'm doing right now with some friends in my church. So anyway, you can find these. I got a second one, the same thing, and it comes with the envelopes, and I think I paid $1 for all of these. And then I have a whole pack that was brand new of this here. So I just wanted to show you that, give you some ideas on what you can do with the cards that you make. I did do some watercolors. This guy would probably fit just perfect, but I'm still working on this guy, and I know you've probably seen him before in other videos, and I just really like him. I may end up keeping him as well. So we'll see. Okay, let's get started. Put these away. I've got a little bit of 91% isopropyl alcohol in a little condiment cup. And I will use that. I want to use these brushes. These are all rounds and all different numbers. It's hard for me to see. We have a number 8. And the other two, I'm not seeing a number. It's barely, okay, number 5 and number 8. And this is probably a 4. So more of a detailed brush. So that's what I'm going to use. So let's get our paper out here. Now, I don't know if you're familiar with alcohol inks, but they are a different animal than acrylic paints, oils, any kind of paint, watercolor. They kind of have same idea with the watercolor. They like to blend. I use these little watercolor palettes. And what I've done here, the alcohol will evaporate. So, but I can reactivate it with some alcohol. So I have this little bottle full of alcohol, and I just would simply spray it on there, and it reactivates everything. And then I can add more to it as I go. So this tutorial is just really for fun. You guys can sit back and watch, and some of you may already be involved in alcohol inks. Another little tutorial I will do is, I got these little bulbs. They're glass. I bought 2 packages at Bishop's Attic. And so what I'm going to do, that's another little thrift store locally. I'm going to do some alcohol inks on these, and I will show you how to do that as well. And you can work on the small bulbs and work on the larger bulbs. So, but these guys are a lot of fun. I've already taken out the little hangers on those. And also alcohol ink, I do cups. So this is a cup that I'm going to do. It'll be a Christmas gift. And so on the surfaces, whether any kind of glass, you're going to use your alcohol ink. You're going to spray it on, or excuse me, your alcohol, spray it on, and then take cotton balls or something soft, paper towel, whatever, and make sure your surface is completely clean and free of oils and anything sticky, anything at all. It needs to be removed so your alcohol ink will adhere to it. So, and then I will use a dishwasher safe decoupage, Mod Podge, and then seal that. I was using two different kinds of spray sealant, but it's really smelly, and it's winter, and you need to do it outside, and you can't really do it outside because it's winter. It needs to be at least 50 degrees or above. Otherwise it will not set. And so I'm going to use decoupage on that. Okay, without further ado, I'm going to use the little small brush here, get my alcohol, and I wanted to also show you the all the alcohol ink. I keep them in this tin. That's a lot of money in there. So I have a lot. There's a couple of different brands in there, and my favorite brands. And so we have Breweries, and then we have Jacquard. So you can purchase alcohol inks at Michael's. You can get them locally at Beeman's Variety. I don't think Joann's carries. I'm just not sure. But anyway, without further ado, let's get started. All right, we're gonna put some alcohol on my brush, and I'm gonna go into this color here. Drag some more over there. It's a little bit darker. It's a nice teal. Okay, it's this color right here. And this color is called Ocean Green. So, make sure you guys can see. Pull this up. And we're going to start at the top. And I'm just going to do a simple treat. I'm going to start with a dark color. So you can kind of see what I'm doing. I'm just nothing fancy. Just going to make it a little wider at the base as I go. Add some more alcohol to it. Make sure you don't drag your brush over your picture, because it might get a drip. And I'm getting a lot of the alcohol off because I don't want to have a ton of it. This is going to be a tall, skinny tree. Let me know in the comments where y'all are listening from today, watching from. And if you've ever done alcohol inks before. I know I had a class on alcohol inks, and we did mugs. So if you were a part of that class last year, drop it in the comments. And if you have your mug handy, snap a picture of it and throw it in the comments. All right, now I'm going to use Kelly Green. I'm going to add a little bit more to my little pile here. And we'll do a little bit of we'll light it up a little bit. Throw some accents in there. So you can see what I'm doing. It's not anything complicated. You just have fun with your brush and move it. This is just a super simple tree. And let's see, I think I'm gonna go over here. I'm not gonna use the gold because the gold, once the alcohol dries, then you can just brush the gold off. This alcohol ink will stay on this glossy photo paper, and it's not going to come off. And I don't have to seal it. That's what I like about it, because I don't want to seal it. All right, let's go with some yellow over here. And I'm going to throw a star in the top. Just make a cross. And then simply make an X. Okay? So that's basically it. Add some more alcohol to that. That over here, make it closer. Okay, I'm gonna throw some of the yellow in here and kind of see what kind of effect we get. Okay. Let's get some brown over here. Let's give it a trunk. And we'll throw that down here, nothing fancy. I'm just making some lines. That's all I did. And now, let's use a nice dark blue over here. And let's throw some lights, and I'm just gonna dot it. But I wanna get it, I don't want big blobs. We're gonna just dot. Nothing serious. We'll throw some red in there too. And it's okay if you put them on the edge. Okay. All right. Now I'll see if I can find some red. Okay. Let's see. I've got so many opportunities in here. Okay, I think we gotta go with this one. Crimson. All right. And just throw some red. They don't have to be perfectly round. Okay. Little tree. Super simple. Super, super simple. Okay. Then you just take, and always you need to sign your artwork. I use a little metallic pen. Super simple. I could write Merry Christmas, or joy and peace, or nothing at all. I could throw something down here at the bottom, but I'll probably just leave this one alone. Okay, so let's set this one aside. Let's grab another one. Okay. I had a really cool snowman. I'll have to put the picture of him in the comments of this post. All right, let's do orange tree. There was a lot of people that loved the multiple trees. They came to the house and saw what I was doing, and they love the multiple trees. You can do whatever colors you want. So here we go. We're going to start with orange. Okay. And let's maybe do an orange one down here. I'm going to do 3 of each color. All right, now let's go to yellow. Let's make this guy a little bit longer, long and skinny. I like the long, skinny trees. Okay, let's do one down here. Perfect. All right, now let's see. Let's do green. Okay, one more. Perfect. All right, now let's do blue. Okay, let's do a small one. Give it some nice contrast. And let's do here. Okay. Now let's do some red. Keep adding to that contrast. Make this pop. Let's see. Okay. We're going to go through and give everybody a trunk and a little bit of, let's see, what should we do? And a little bit of highlights. Okay. And we'll do one more. It's a different green. This green's got some gold mixed into it. So this is going to be interesting to see how that turns out. Okay. Done. Now, let that dry. All kinds of cool little trees. Now we're going to throw some brown in there and give everybody a trunk. Nothing fancy. Obviously, I don't need to reload my brush for this. Okay, did I get them all? Looks like I got them all. Pretty neat, huh? Okay, let's clean this out. Woo. A little slippery. All right, now let's do some orange on the yellow for contrast. Okay, a little bit of orange to go through. Give them some life. Make them pop. And we want to put that on top of dry ink. Okay. Now, let's do some of this green here, the Kelly green, on these guys with gold, because that'll show up. Can you see the contrast? A little bit of highlights, gives it dimension, some depth. Now, on the light green, let's go with the dark green. So this is a darker green on top of the Kelly. Okay. And you notice I'm not even reloading my brush. Don't need to. Okay, now let's go the dark green over the teal. Yeah, dark green. Dark green. Perfect. So it doesn't take long to make these little guys. It doesn't take long for them to dry, for sure. But I do let them just sit before I write on the back and put them in an envelope. Okay, what do we got next? We have got the orange, and on the orange I'm going to use the crimson. Okay, so let's go. All right, now what do we got left? Got the red. All right, on the red, we're going to use the teal. Okay. Looks good. So what do you think? Super simple. One of the things that I like to do also with my pens is to do little dots. We can do just strategically place them, and that kind of breaks up the monotony of the white background. Okay, I want to show you. Can you see that okay? You may not be able to. It's hard to tell. You can do this with any kind of a marker. And by the way, in your permanent markers, it's alcohol. So if you have some markers that have been dried out because maybe the kiddos have left the caps off, just soak them in a little container of alcohol. Just set them inside and it'll absorb and reactivate. So it's a little tip for you. Also, alcohol helps remove permanent marker. No guarantees, of course, but it helps. So there's my little card with all the little dots. And I may do that yet with these, you know, add some dots to that because that'll break that up as well. Let's see, where's the other card at that we did? So, excuse the reach. And I may do that with this one as well, add some dots. So, super simple little cards. Anybody can do them. Watercolors also, but make sure you use watercolor paper for best results, okay? And with that being said, y'all have a great day. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. All right, talk to you soon.